saying, the problem is we're not delivering the message right. And I'm like, he couldn't be more wrong. The problem is what the message is. The policies are failing. The economy is a disaster. Energy is a disaster. The border's a disaster. Law and order is non-existent in liberal cities all across the country. And education, guess what? Our kids are getting dumber, not smarter, as a result of their unholy alliance with teachers unions. So it gives visionary, common sense Americans an opportunity to reset where the country's headed. I think hopefully that'll happen on Tuesday, but it will only happen if people, do their part, and that's get out and vote.
But yeah, it's really exciting. And then after November 8th, we'll tally the votes, and November 9th, we'll talk about 2024, and everyone will be tuning in 9 o'clock at night to check out your show and to listen to your radio show.
Here's the big
number one
question,
radio show
is
in the
Brian
country.
Kilmeade ever going to run for an office? That's the question everyone
I think
wants
there's a
to
lot
know.
of pressure on me. I think there's a lot of pressure. Sean, I'm checking everywhere. Nobody wants to know. I mean, there's nobody that wants you to run. And you'll be running before me. I just want to be your captain.
We'll see. One day. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's a brutal blood sport. It's called a blood sport for a reason, although you do know that I'm big into MMA, so I like blood sports. There you go.
Right, I think we all have to learn MMA if we're going to survive these streets. Sean Hannity, thanks so much. Exciting time. I'll see you in the halls.
All right, thanks, Brian.
You got it. All right, coming up straight ahead, Dr. Oz in an extremely big fight when it comes to Pennsylvania, and now for the first time he is leading. He talks to us about that. Carrie Lake, one of the superstars to emerge, will she be the next governor of Arizona? And finally, Chris DiStefano. A man can react to the headlines like nobody else. Chris DiStefano joins us live. Don't move, you're watching One Nation, Saturday night.
I was in Norway. Waiter comes over. He's like, oh, would you like reindeer meat? I said, reindeer? That's a real animal?
Every year, we say we'll wake up earlier, exercise more, really rest, and eat healthier. It's hard for us, but for dogs, not so much. Dogs are up at dawn, run for fun, sleep like champs, and they love eating fresh, healthy food every single meal. Give your dog another healthy habit. Real fresh food from the Farmer's Dog. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/radio.
If dog people made dog food, it definitely wouldn't look like dusty burnt brown pebbles. It would actually be food. It would be made with real fresh meat and veggies, gently cooked to preserve the nutritional value. Like food. The Farmer's Dog was created by dog people to cook and deliver fresh, healthy food. Try the Farmer's Dog and get fresh, pre-portioned meals tailored to your dog's needs. Tell us about your dog, build your plan, and get 50% off at thefarmersdog.com/radio. That's thefarmersdog.com/radio.
Hey, Santa Clara County sports fans, the new Omicron booster is here and available for everyone 12 and older. Remember that kids can get really sick with COVID and the effects can be serious and long-term. You can't be at the top of your game when you're super fatigued, so keep your athletes safe this fall and winter with this important booster. And of course, wear a high-quality mask whenever you're inside with lots of people. Visit sccfreevax.org or call 211 to make your booster appointment. Stay healthy and stay in the game.
How do I address an employee who smells bad all the time?
Talk to Bambi.
One of our employees just reported sexual harassment.
Talk to Bambi. HR managers can cost $80,000 a year, but with Bambi, you get access to your own dedicated HR manager starting at just $99 per month. Policies, onboarding, terminations, training, feedback, coaching, and more. Talk to Bambi by phone, email, and real-time chat. Visit Bambi.com and type Odyssey under streaming audio when you sign up. Spelled BAMBEE.com. Odyssey Streaming Audio.
Hey, Santa Clara County sports fans, the new Omicron booster is here and available for everyone 12 and older. Remember that kids can get really sick with COVID and the effects can be serious and long-term. You can't be at the top of your game when you're super fatigued, so keep your athletes safe this fall and winter with this important booster. And of course, wear a high-quality mask whenever you're inside with lots of people. Visit sccfreevax.org or call 211 to make your booster appointment. Stay healthy and stay in the game.
Get control the economy, but you can prepare for success, even during a recession. Introducing Bambi, dedicated HR support starting at just $99 per month. Your Bambi HR manager is available by phone, email, and real-time chat, so onboarding, terminations, HR compliance, and more run smoothly. Schedule your free demo now and get our free gift, the American Business Owner's HR Playbook, your secret weapon to thrive in recession. Visit Bambi.com and type gift under streaming for your free demo and special guide. BAMBEE.com. Type gift under streaming.
I would say it's the most watched Senate race in the entire country. And by the way, Election Day is just 3 days away. And most of the media is very worried. We're talking, of course, about Pennsylvania, where a new poll this week has Dr. Mehmet Oz leading the Democrat opponent, John Fetterman, for the very first time. The late shift towards Oz has the media going crazy with a shameless campaign, in my view, to boost flailing Fetterman. Their latest attack Oz as a doctor.
Dr. Oz is kind of this, quack doctor that made his riches that way.
Jay really is becoming of a doctor, mocking somebody because they had a stroke.
Well, we'll put doctor in quotes for Dr. Oz.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say that Oz is very slick. Voting for the slick person on TV is like voting for me. Don't vote for me for politics.
Or anything. That very doctor running for Pennsylvania senator is with us now. Dr. Oz, people could insult you or not vote for you, that's fine. But could you let everybody know your medical credentials?
You know, I was well trained. I invented life-saving devices to fix heart valves. As a heart surgeon, I would teach other doctors how to do my trade. I'm a professor at a major university in the Ivy Leagues. I mean, I've done all the things that you want to do in medicine. I love medicine, it's my calling. But I understand that there are bigger challenges that the country faces now. And just like I did in my medical practice where I empowered my patients, I want to do the same thing for voters. And the most important thing a doctor does is listen. So I'm listening carefully to all the people in Pennsylvania and all four corners of the Commonwealth to understand the challenges. And I got good news, I got bad news. The good news is people really are optimistic. They know we can fix the problems. The bad news is we've got seniors who know that their Social Security checks won't stretch far enough. We've got young couples who can't afford a first payment on a house anymore because the interest rates are through the roof. You know, we've got families who won't let their kids go outside because they're worried about crime or they're worried about fentanyl coming into the mailbox because it's all over the place here in Pennsylvania. We're number 3 or 4 in the country in fentanyl deaths, which makes every state a border state, to your earlier point. So I think we've got some kitchen table issues that people are worried about. But if we get the right people in office, these are addressable. And I want to bring balance to actually deal with the partisan bickering. My opponent, John Fetterman, who the media is aggressively defending, is a person who likes extreme ideas, and he'll bring those bad ideas to Washington to hurt all of us.
So people know you, Dr. Oz, because you were a guest on Oprah. You're already a successful surgeon. You were so good, Oprah says, I want to syndicate you, and you did, and you've had this unbelievable run in syndicated television. You would drop by Fox and Friends first often before you did your show. But now, one of the people that is responsible for this is Oprah Winfrey. And although you mentioned to me you just asked her to stay on the sideline, she decided yesterday or the other day to get off the sideline. Here's who she's endorsing to be the next senator from Pennsylvania.
I said it was up to the citizens of Pennsylvania, and of course, but I will tell you all this, if I lived in Pennsylvania, I would have already cast my vote for John Fetterman for many reasons.
Does that bother you?
No, I love Oprah. She and I have different politics. That's okay. In a purple state like Pennsylvania, your neighbors have different political views than you do. One of the beautiful parts about democracy and living in a state like Pennsylvania is that you get to talk to your neighbors and work things out. We have the right solutions for the challenges that the country is facing. And families are looking to us for leadership. When I was a little boy, my dad told us we were going to be Republicans. Remember, he was an immigrant. He grew up on a dirt floor. But his perspective was Republicans had better ideas. Let's get those better ideas into action. And I want to point something out. With all the support that Fetterman's getting, and a lot of it's monetary support, especially from California and New York, we're still keeping up with them. So if you're worried about the amount of money he's raising, and you should be, please go to DrOz.com and support my campaign. We have done an aggressive job getting the right story out. We've been very disciplined, like surgeons are. But I'm not a politician, Brian. As you know, I'm a heart doctor, and we focus on big issues. We unite people to fix those problems. We don't want America divided. We can't take on the bigger challenges for some of our adversaries overseas. We got this. We just got to show up and ask one basic question on election day. Are you happy with where the country's headed? And if people say no, which they usually will, I'm the candidate for change. I believe with the land of opportunity, the land of plenty.
Dr. Oz, thanks so much for keeping us up to date along the way. Congratulations on being the lead, and see if you can lock it out a few days from now. Dr. Oz, thank you.
God bless.
All right, coming up a little bit later in the show, a security guard